You know, it was like some other undercover cops in the audience. You know, while we were performing, we started doing the song "Fuck the Police." They tried to bum rush on stage and get us. You know.
So they came on the stage to try to arrest us to show everybody you can't say "fuck the police" in Detroit. You know, they's gonna make an example out of us. But they didn't arrest us on the stage, so they little plan they had didn't work. So, you know, we got a letter from the FBI telling us about our record, Fuck the Police, and how they didn't appreciate the way the lyrics was, you know, presented to everybody. And we got a lot of flack over that. But the police department in Detroit, 99% is black. 98% of the police department in Detroit, the police force is black.
Perhaps I'm naive, but at one time, those black cops who stormed the stage in Detroit to arrest you must have been black kids who lived in similar neighborhoods to you.
Yeah, we asked them the same question.
Why can they not understand your position?
Because after they came to our hotel and holded us, harassed us, they was gonna arrest us, right? They was talking to us. You know, they just had to do it to make an example, like I was saying, set an example that you can't say "fuck the police" in Detroit. You know, not to
get away with it.
Yeah, and not get away with it. You know, and after they had us hold for about an hour or so, they was talking to us. You know, telling us we understand where you're coming from and all that. We just doing our job. You know, they had to do their job. I guess it was somebody over them that told them to go out there, because, you know, they didn't just do it on their own.
Then bam, let us go.
Yeah, you know, after they held us for so long and talked to us and saw what we really was about, before they even attacked us on the stage, they knew what we was about. You know, they just had to set an example that you can't say "fuck the police"
in front of the crowd.
Yeah, because when we go in and do a show, we only there for one night. You know, we say "fuck the police" one night, and I guess they figured if we said it on the stage, everybody in Detroit would say it every day, and then they have a big problems on their hands. So
why do you get? Why is there so much animosity, so much hostility between the police and young black urban kids when most of the police are black themselves?
Well, see, what it is, it's like kids, when they're in the neighborhood, you know, they're out there trying to do what they got to do to survive or whatever, and their only opposition is police. Now, police, on the other hand, they get the most trouble out of kids, so that's where the tension grows, you know what I'm saying? So they overact on kids overact on police, and that's what happens, you know. Just they stereotype, you know. Police are stereotype, and young black kids are stereotype, and the stereotypes, they don't go together.
The National Association of the Advancement of Coloured People, they're saying you're doing the cause of black people no good by what you're doing and the records you're making.
When you try to sweep stuff that's happening under the rug, you know, that's causing a problem too. Right. You know what I'm saying? It's just as bad as, you know, talking about it, you know. So they try to pretend this stuff never happened, and they try to pretend that you know, we're so bad for the kids, but they don't come down on cable TV or movies or anything like that, you know. So how they gonna come down on us? Sometimes the kids learn the stuff we talking about from their parents, you know. So they can't come down on us for speaking what we see.
Because we say nigga, stuff like that.
Some people have accused you of capitalizing on the gang violence thing, or glamorizing it, even profiteering from marketing this image of gang violence.
Now, they don't tell singers, okay, they can tell singers, well, you profiting off love, or something like that, you know. Movie makers, you know, when you make a movie like Mississippi Burning, oh, you adding to the problem. Just or, like, you know, something like Roots, that don't make everybody want to go out and get a slave, you know what I'm saying? So how can they tell us just because we doing the records we're trying to capitalize, you know, just a capitalist
really not, just like this.
They said you're encouraging it.
Look at Michael Jackson. He got all these gangbangers behind him and shit. They don't fuck with him. Right?
Yeah.
I guess he capitalized.
Everybody got to talk about something,
too, right?
You know.
I could see that what we was talking about wasn't happening, it wasn't true.
See, if you talk about like stuff like Jazzy Jeff or LL Cool J, don't nobody bother you. You know, because they ain't talking about nothing. You know, they talking, but they ain't saying nothing.
Talking about themselves.
Yeah, when you talk about what's really going on, don't nobody want to hear it. You know, they always want to bring up a problem or bring up the excuse that you're talking about violence. But if you just think about it, if you talk about what's going on in life, it's violence and whatever you talk about.
I don't know, man. We ain't no scientists or nothing like that. We're not trying to change the world or nothing like that.
Chop
We're
a
just
motherfucker lip
we're just
off.
telling people. We're just telling a certain unit, that you got to treat me as if I lived in Beverly Hills, like you treat them. You can't just, well, since I'm in Beverly Hills, I'm gonna treat everybody nice. But when I go to Compton, they ain't nothing but bad kids selling drugs out there. And that ain't the case on every kid.
Yourselves have been the victims of violence. One of you was shot in the leg. And was that you?
Yeah.
And whose brother was it who was beaten to death?
Dre's
Yours?
brother.
I mean,
His house
when
was shot.
your house got shot up.
All about being who you are, and not trying to fake it or bullshit your way, through it like a lot of rappers. A lot of rappers, they talking about, don't do this, you guys don't have to steal and rob,
You might not get on the radio.
Yeah, or y'all kids, man, be cool, don't do this, because don't sell drugs. And they living large, they selling records, What if they wasn't rapping, what would they be doing?
You won't be joining the Stop the Violence movement or anything.
Shit, no.
What do you think of the Stop the Violence movement?
To each his own.
Yeah, somebody
That's they bag.
you can be in a concert. They can be in a concert singing "Stop the Violence" with them while they doing it. But when they get outside, they're gonna shoot somebody. So it don't make a
They
difference.
could do a drive-by.
I noticed Schoolie D has got the Stop the Violence logo on the back of his latest record.
I don't mean nothing. Somebody buy it, they still gonna
Be
probably
a
shoot
front.
somebody.
People gonna do what they want to do anyway.
Yeah.
Music does not have that much influence on a person's real mind, because they still got to go out there and survive, and they got to get what they got to get to live, because it's rough.
Just like that record came out, Stop the Violence. Has anything stopped?
No.
Not a
Nothing.
goddamn thing.
How do you feel about your record being the favourite record of white liberal music critics?
Great.
Supposed to be
More
like that.
money, more money.
Feel good, man.
I feel a lot of critics, they like it when you just take, when you're not like, all I want is this and that, I want to be the top pop star, they like underground type of music, because it ain't a lot of that. So,